What happened is the concept of a percussive approach even to melodic instruments. Another retention from Africa would have been improvisation. The music was an integral part of everything that happened. That's jazz today, and even though you have master musicians, everybody's expected to be a participant. But there was a lot of things en route to becoming jazz. The field hollers and folk cries of another time, the sorrow songs, the blues. All of these fed in, and then they fed to another channel in a more formal way with ragtime. All of these things are tributaries which feed into the birth of jazz. At the turn of the century in New Orleans, which at that time had the largest black population of any city in the South. Kansas City is a part of this evolutionary movement in jazz. Starting in late 1920s and early 30s, this became a meeting place for territory bands. You had all the blues singers coming through Kansas City. More than anything else, the blues element in the big bands came from Kansas City. So that Kansas City becomes a kind of nexus. And if you were to talk about from the 1930s on, Kansas City provided probably most of the people who would provide the tributaries into modern jazz.
I don't have any special magic. I sit there, I play and sing what I feel. Maybe that's a special magic. Yeah, but I'm always trying to paint the picture. This is something that happened in Paris to me and my band. We had this gorgeous theater which was oversold. And something happened in that audience, it's like they just hugged us. It was so quiet, I could hear my heart beating. And I said, oh boy. And I finally settled on something totally unplanned. It was a part of I Love You, Porgy, Here Comes the Honey Man, Porgy and Bess. I got into something. It's like somebody put a spell on the three of us. And the music, it's like we were recomposing the whole of the I Love You, Porgy, the Porgy and Bess thing.
Mm.
I got goose pimples. And the music was so complete. We were moving as one. And I didn't know how to get out of it. I don't know how I got out of it. Yeah, we were moving as one. And the feeling was, I don't know what kind of feeling. There's a feeling like I can't explain to you. It was a feeling that just took over, you know. And here we were we were in the middle of nowhere, just floating around all together, all in sync. All the notes were hitting just right. We were just moving as one. It was spiritual, it was frightening.
That feeling is something that just, you can't even just express it or say it. It just engulfs you. They were nice. We'd come off the stage until we couldn't speak. We were just so full.
what you give us in the audience. I think that in jazz, what happens is the immediacy. What you do is you stand nerve naked when you're a jazz musician, because you judge the moment. When it's happening there, whether it's in a recording studio or on the stand, you don't have the benefit of any race. What you say is what you get.
Yes, like you said, sometimes it feels like the whole room comes together, yeah.